Hi. Are you aware of one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal, but probably aren't using? Do you know what it is? It's your imagination. How often are you accessing your imagination? I know we often think of imagination as something for kids and daydreaming, but do you realize that everything that has been created in life came out of imagination? Imagination is just allowing your brain to be creative. What wants to come out of your imagination? The images behind me, the wall art, the word, the creativity came out of imagination. I love to start with imagining what I would love to experience in my life, starting there, thinking about your GPS destination of where you want to go and imagining it. Hi, I'm Lara Brzezinski with Radiant Joy Coaching, and I love supporting people in imagining a life that they would love living and removing the blocks, the limitations, the I don't know hows that keep them from having that life. So it starts with imagination because when you want to have a final outcome, you want to know what it looks like. You want to know what it's going to feel like, right? So if you're going to go on a vacation, you're going to start with where do I want to go? If it's wintertime, you might want to go somewhere warm. If it's summertime, you might want to go somewhere where it's not quite so hot, right? What is that experience that you are desiring? And start there. The life that you want to live. When you're 101 years old and you're looking backwards on your life, what kind of stories do you want to be telling? What memories do you want to have that you're reviewing, that you're reflecting on, that you're remembering? How can you use the power of your imagination to not only create a life that you love living, but to have a day that feels incredible? It starts with allowing yourself, creating the space to use your imagination. So think about, let's just start with an upcoming meeting that you have going on, right? Do you just rush into that meeting? Or if you're the leader, you plan it, right? You have an outcome you want people to achieve. You want them to walk away with knowledge, skills, actions, right? That kind of thing. So you sit down and you plan. Think about if you're attending a class, what is it that you want to get out of it, right? How do you want to feel? What tool, what skill, what action are you going to take? When you take the time to just plant the seed ahead of time. What is the result that I'm looking for out at the end of this activity? And then imagining how's it going to feel? Right? What am I going to do with that skill? What am I going to do with it? It creates excitement, it creates energy. So, something as simple as what do I want to have for lunch today? Well, it also helps to figure out why do you want to have lunch? Right? Maybe it's I really want to fuel my body and feel great for the afternoon, not sluggish. And so you think about what would that be, right? You see, I just keep turning away because my eyes want to stop looking and allow my brain the space to think, to be creative, and allow possibilities to come up. So let's start with a year from now. If you were to look back a year from now on this past year, what are the experiences that you want to have had? How would you have want to have felt? I don't know if I said that right. Who are the people in your life that you want to have spent time with, quality time with? Right? How do you want to feel as you're looking backwards? Proud, peaceful, full of joy, excitement, celebration? That is where I would invite you to start, to sit down today and think about a year from now, March 31st, 2026. Wow, looking backwards on this year, what do I want to have experienced, accomplished, felt, achieved? And just allow it to come up and then work backwards. December, looking back on the calendar year, how do I want to remember 2025? Summertime. It's the end of summer and you're reflecting on your summer. What do you want to be remembering? And spend time imagining and come all the way back, right? We are finishing up the first quarter of 2025. Today is March 31st, 2025. We have another quarter ahead. As you look backwards on this past quarter, did you achieve everything that you wanted to achieve? Why or why not? Really think about it. And think about when you started the beginning of the year, did you have a beautiful picture of what you wanted to accomplish, what you wanted to have done, achieved, the relationships, that people you spent time with? Did you set yourself up with that beautiful picture? If not, that's okay. Start now, right? That saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now, today. So here's my invitation to you. As you're looking ahead to the second quarter of 2025, imagine yourself at the end of June, looking backwards to this day, where I gave you this invitation to imagine. And you had imagined starting something, finishing something, achieving something, going someplace, having an experience, feeling a certain way. You had taken the time today to imagine end of June and what you would be experiencing. You imagined it, you took action, you achieved it. Wow. And you did it. What is that going to look like at the end of June? How are you going to feel? So that's the first step. Take time today, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and just think about it. How are you going to feel? Like the energy is what's going to move you forward. And always, why do you want that? Why does it matter if you achieve that? How is your life going to change if you have achieved whatever it is you're imagining at the end of June? And once you have that, walk backwards to end of May, end of April, and get all the way back to this week. Wow, you have the whole week before you. It's a Monday. What are you doing today to set yourself up to live into that? Imagination is so fun. It's so fun to create. And when you remember that every single thing in your experience, this beautiful heartstone, my sundial timer that reminds me that every minute, every second is so precious because I don't know how much time I have left. My phone, this pen, this beautiful coaster that reminds me to be boundless, exploring next level consciousness. All of it came from somebody's imagination, and then they took action. And that first action did not create this. It was a number of actions and refining and testing and implementing. So there is your invitation today, Monday, March 31st of 2025. What are you going to imagine into your reality? And I would love to hear. Send me a comment, send me an email, Lara@radiantjoycoaching.com. If you want to learn more about my coaching programs, if you want to manifest that more powerfully, whatever you imagine, reach out. I have 3-month and 6-month coaching programs where I walk you through and I support you and guide you on how to take that next right action, how to be empowered by it, and how to live into those results. Because it's all about creating a life that you love living right now. Have a joy-filled day.